Hey y'all, it's Jada and this is my makeup tutorial. I'll be teaching us how to do your makeup like this. Fair warning, I am sick. So I do lose energy in part of the video. Like right now, I don't have the most energy, but that's because I'm sick. So I'm sorry about that. Yeah, but let's just go ahead and get right into the video. Okay, so the first step is going to be my primer. I do use the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. It came in like this big bottle. I think it's like this big. I'll have it a different day and show y'all in a different video maybe. But right now it's in this hand sanitizer because I went to this B&B for my birthday and I didn't have nothing to put it in. So I washed out this hand sanitizer bottle and I did put it in here. So we're not going to talk about that. But for starters, we're going to use primer. So I'm just going to take a little bit, about that much. So me, I don't do my forehead when I do my makeup, just a heads up, because I don't know. I just don't. I don't find the point of it. I don't see the point of doing it unless I'm going somewhere like fancy or nice. And today I'm not going anywhere. I'm actually sick. That's why I sound the way I do, guys. I'm sick, which is, I was gonna say which is sick, but like I'm already sick. So yeah. I'm gonna let that get sticky, but while that's getting sticky, I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows. So for my eyebrows, I'm gonna start off with this brow lift. I'm using this one. I actually just got this clearly. So this is going to be, sorry, my friend texted me. Shit. So this is what it looks like when you first open it. I'm so excited. I'm sorry, I love opening new products, y'all. But yeah, you're going to do that. Get a little bit on your spoolie. You're just going to use it to really just shape your brows. Now, a lot of people, now I'm not going to lie, y'all. When I first started doing my makeup, I used to skip doing my eyebrows. Because I was like, well, everybody has eyebrows. At least most people do. And I've seen people with no eyebrows and their makeup be teased. So why do I need to do mine? And I used to skip this step. But my makeup look, at least on my face, if I don't do my eyebrows, makeup not gonna come out right. So I recommend doing your eyebrows. If you're anything like me, do your eyebrows. So I did that. Gonna let that dry for a second. And I'm gonna take my eyebrow pencil. I don't use a specific one. Right now I'm using an eyeliner pencil. I got this from the beauty supply. Sometimes I'll use a different one. My favorite is actually in here. Give me a second. Okay, my favorite is actually the CoverGirl one. This one, but I've been using this lately. I'm gonna use this one for today though. Just throw that off. Okay. So for your eyebrows, you're gonna start off by here. So for the eyebrows, we're gonna start off by just going under and going up like that. And then we're going to go down. You're just going to kind of color that in. That. And then you're going to go here. Now we're going to do a line here. So after we do that, we're going to take our spoolie again. And we're just going to brush. Okay, so next step, I'm going to get a napkin. And I'm basically just going to wipe off. As y'all see, I have like these little extra. I'm just going to wipe off the extra product. Because I don't want it to, you know. Now I'm going to wipe here at the top of my brows. Get some of that product off. And I'm going to go back and kind of just that. Now that I've done that, I'm going to take my foundation. I have some on here already from last time I did my makeup on a little stand. But I use normally I use the Huda Beauty foundation, but I cannot find it. So right now I'm using the Fit Me, which I like this one. This is a really good foundation, especially because it's cheaper. So just to put y'all on. Anyway, I'm going to take this and I'm going to go. I normally start under my eyebrow, but I'm going to start over. Hold on. So we're gonna start by doing a line on the side of the brow like so. And then we're gonna kind of go over here like that. And now we're just gonna go straight. Now I'm gonna go straight down. So I kind of like start here, so it's going down. If you're gonna start here, you're gonna go up. So start here. See, I'm going down. Start over here, you're gonna go up. Like that. I'm gonna do the same to the other side. Cool. Like that. Now, I'm gonna take my concealer, which is way too light for me, but we're not gonna talk about that. And I'm gonna take the same brush, and we're gonna go under the brow. So same thing, just starting down here. Just gonna, yep. Like that. So we do the same thing to the other side. Now that I've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and blend it. Okay, cool. So now that we've done that, we're gonna take some more foundation. We're just gonna put that on our eye. And the same thing, we're gonna blend it all over our eye. You relieve my stress. You got me so hot, taking deep breaths. You get me so hot, you get me so hot. I know you ain't a drug, but you get me so. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm gonna take my concealer. And I'm gonna just do a little crease right here. Wake up for you, only go like once. Life move fast when you do what you want. At this time, doing what I want. Hope you doing what you want. Now I'm gonna blend. Blending, don't mind my voice, y'all. Again, I'm sick. Blending, I'm really just dabbing it and kind of pushing it, to be honest. Like so. All the products I use in the video, I will link in the bio. Just so y'all know what I'm using. Not the colors, that's too much to find out. But the products, yeah. Because we're not going to be the same color anyway, more than likely. So, y'all really don't need all that. Next, I'm going to use my bronzer. I'm using the Rare Beauty bronzer. And I'm going to be taking... Now I'm going to take the brush. And I'm going to just use that and kind of go out with it. Do the same thing, go here and go in. Now it looks crazy right now, but it is perfectly fine because again, we're gonna blend. That's all I'm gonna do with my eyes for now. Next step. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my foundation and I'm gonna just hold on, I need more product than that. There we go. I'm just gonna like so on both sides. Now that I've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and blend that all over. He was on my mind, don't you? Know you want some of this part. You ain't gotta say a word. Just walk that, let's get right. Then we'll roll up 100 fucking nuts. All up in my mouth now, all up in yo. This nigga got. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my contour. I'm doing it about a shade or two darker because I'm going to put product over it. So that's it. That's really it. And me, do not blend down here. Keep it like here. What I like to do is I keep 2 or 3 fingers. I'm going to do 3. And that's as far as you want to blend. So here, and make sure you're always blending upward. So like, as you can see, I'm stopping here. 3 fingers here. Yeah. So now that I've done that, I'm going to take my concealer and I'm going to just do a little dabble here, a little dabble there, a little bit of right here, a little bit here. And since my concealer is so light on me, I'm going to take some foundation and put some under that. Same thing here. Now we're going to do the same for the other side. Now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and start on my nose. So just take the concealer again. A little dabble right there. And we're going to blend. I'm going to move my camera so y'all can kind of see me better. I'm going to blend. Now that we've done that, I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to take my contour. I like to use the side where the product kind of goes off, and I'm just gonna shape my nose. I like to just like that. Just hold on, we're going. I can't get over you. You left your mark on me. I won't show high love and emotion. So now that I've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and blend again. Now this product kind of like hard to blend, I'm not gonna lie. That's it. That's it. Now that I've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and blend my under eye. So to do that, I'm gonna start off by getting the lighter spot kind of here, and then this is where I'm gonna start to blend it with my foundation. I'm gonna start off by going down and here. Only start off with so little because I can always add more. Remember that you can always add more. You cannot take off. You can always add. You can't subtract. There you go. We'll say that. So we'll do that, and then we're gonna do the same here.
That ain't my girl, that's my nigga. Catch me out on us and dive with her. Catch me in the whip, ride with her. Sipping something, bumping big, hypnotized with her. Pray you get that job in Tampa. That's only 4 hours away. Take a car, take a plane, baby, whichever is faster. Oh, whichever one is in a hassle. Oh, damn, yeah, man. Oh, never knew, no, I never knew that you be a freak and a friend too. Yeah, you into everything I'm into. Oh, I got something that I could lend you. Oh, a piece of mind, baby. Come and get a piece of mind. Yeah. Say you gotta work.
Okay. Now that I've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go with the same thing I used for my eyebrows. Just because I don't like using all them brushes, so I like to use the same stuff. I'm gonna take my concealer and my foundation and kind of just mix it. And then it's gonna be mainly concealer. We're just gonna like that. Right now, this is what called reverse contouring, I think. I don't know, I'm not a makeup artist, I'm not a pro, this is just how I do my makeup. Say what, yeah. Now we're gonna blend. Say what. Ooh, girl, you know what's up. Me and my people be rolling. So now I've done that, I'm gonna take my setting spray and I'm just kind of like go back with my contour brush with no contour on it in the same place I was blending, where you're gonna just dab on there. Just make sure that's nice and blended, and then I'm gonna take the same thing here again, no extra product, whatever's on there. I'm just gonna kind of blend again. So Okay, so now I'm gonna let that dry real quick. So now our next step is our blush. I'm gonna take my blush and I'm gonna put a little bit on my hand just to see how much is on there. I'm gonna go ahead and again, same thing, you're going up. You're gonna do a little, like, so my contour ends here, about a finger should be where your blush starts. Now, yes, I have a lot of blush on my face. It's because, give me a second. Once I put everything on there, it's gonna kind of fade. Also, I like a lot of blush. So you don't have to put this much. I know some people don't like a lot of blush on their face. I put a heavy amount of blush on my face, so this is very optional. But I would recommend putting at least a little bit. It makes a difference. So now that I have my blush on my face, we're gonna go in with, hold on, I can't find it now. We're gonna go in with my setting powder. And I'm going to start off with this inner corner right here, which I'm just gonna dab in real quick because I feel like that's not blending good. Okay. So we're gonna go here. You're gonna put some here, like so, and then we're gonna do the same thing on the nose. And we're gonna, this is again reverse contouring. You're gonna put a scary amount. Like, as you can see, this was really, really white for me, but it's okay because everything's gonna look good at the end. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna kind of just start blending it down and kind of just going up. Like that. I'm gonna go here. And if you're gonna go somewhere you're smiling a lot, smile and put a little bit in those smile lines. I'm gonna go ahead and blend that out because I'm not doing that. I don't care about my smile lines, to be honest, but some do. So I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side.
I think there's something, baby. You're the girl, you're the one. I think there's something. Just hold on, going home. Just hold on, going home.
I know I look crazy. Bear with me, please. Now I'm done that. I'm gonna go in. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna go in with this again, and we're gonna just 1, 2, and same place you put your contour, just a light amount. That. Same thing with your nose. Okay, so this you don't really have to let sit for a while. I'm going to take my brush and we're going to start dusting it off. No, it is going to leave a white cast at first. Again, bear with me, trust the process. Okay, now we're going to take our setting spray. Go ahead and wet up that face. We're going to let that dry. While that's dry, I'm going to use my whatever is left on here, and I'm just going to do a light dab on each side. Because again, I like a lot of blush on my face for some reason, so. Now I'm going to go back in with what we just used this while my face is drying, but I'm going to let it dry. But since it's drying, we're going to again do it here. Okay, so this side's about to dry. I'll let that finish drying first. Okay, so now that my face is dry, I'm going to take this again, and we're going to go here, and we're just going to really get in those areas that really need that rebrining, and I'm going to kind of like blend it on the ends of where I'm going. So, after I do that, I'm going to go straight into just taking it off like that. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and go in this. This is my mascara. I normally use this one, but I got this one as a gift, so we're going to use this. Now my mascara, I'm not going to tag that because I use mascara to color my lashes, not to make them longer or anything. So I honestly could not give y'all a good mascara that'll make y'all's eyelashes longer. You know, like, did you like still? POV. Okay, let's start with that.
I can't tell where your hair ends and mine begins. If I'm here for tattoos, I would think that it's your skin. If I move too quick, that's you, I would think it's my affliction.
And so now I'm gonna just look at my face, see, like, make sure there's nothing I want to add, like no more bronzer, no more blush. Then hold on, let me check that. So like me, I'm gonna kind of like just take my leftover blush and I'm just gonna kind of blend it. So now that I've done that, I'm gonna take my setting spray again. Okay, now we're gonna let that just dry. While that's drying, I'm gonna get on my eyeliner, and I'm going to. I have a beauty mark under my eye. So this is what I'm gonna just add my beauty mark. So here, hold on, I need more product. Right there. And then I'm gonna add them anywhere else I have them. So I have them here. And if you have like any pimples, you want to add one somewhere else, you can obviously add them there. Like, who's gonna check you? It's your makeup. Do what you want, you know. So, and I'm just let this all dry by itself real quick. Okay, under my nose might look a little funky, y'all. Again, I'm sick, so I've been like wiping my nose a lot. But as you can see, my nose is like kind of this straight line. So what I'm gonna do now is take my blending brush I've been using for everything else. I'm just gonna kind of, you know, blend it. So now that we've done that, we're going to take our eyeliner again, and we're going to do our eyes. Now, okay, so I did eyeliner on the top and the bottom of my eye. I'm going to do the same on this side.
Something bumping, being hypnotized with her. Pray you get that job in Tampa. That's only 4 hours.
Okay, so I really did not feel like putting eyeliner in the middle of my eye on the side, which is fine because next we're going to take our eyelash glue. You can use clear or black. I personally like to use black so I can see it better, which is why I'm not prioritizing putting eyeliner on the top right here because I'm going to do it anyway. So.
If you got it, it ain't a question. Oh, it ain't no one for guessing. No more than emotionally invested. Showing you all my imperfections. Oh, if I let you take me for granted. Yeah, if I were good, then you could manage. Yeah. Oh, it could be good. It's closer to me. Oh, give me these stars. Promise that you won't let me fall.
That I can have this moment for life.
You could do that. You could do
Don't worry about me and who I fire. I get what I desire. It's my empire. And yes, I call the shots. I am the umpire. I drink a holy.
So now that I've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and close it, obviously. I'm gonna grab my lashes. Now lashes does make a difference in your makeup look overall. So for this look, I'm using these. And the way you place them does make a difference too. So these, I'm going to, you don't need tweezers. I'm gonna use tweezers on the outside, but it's fine. Hold on. Okay. So you're gonna take your eyelash and you're just gonna stick it on the corner. So the way I like to put my lashes on, I like to just tilt them up. So the more out, I like to push them up. And then here, they kind of just go down. Or straight, I guess you can say. So I'm going to do the same to the other side. Like you can see, like this and this has a huge difference just based off of lash placement. So I guess that's gonna be my example I give y'all. So again, just gonna go ahead, stick that there. Boom. Now the way I apply my lashes, sometimes I do get these gaps. So I'm gonna take my eyeliner and I'm gonna do a little wing and color in that right there, so it's more seamless. That fix this inner corner. Okay, so next step is my lip combo. Now I do 10 different types of lip combos. This one is one of my favorites because this is what I do when I don't have any lipstick or lip gloss. Just my eyebrow pencil and this. Because I do hair, so I use this. But if you only have concealer, you can use that too. I just like to use this because it's thicker. So, yeah. I'm going to take this, put on my lips. Make sure your lips are dry, y'all. Please make sure, because if they're not, it's not gonna stick. On this too. Now this is not the palette I used to do hair. I actually have like 3 of these. One of them is for hair. This is just specifically for me. So yes, I can do this and keep putting it on my lips and stuff. It's fine. Now that and make sure that stays like this. Now I'm gonna go in with a different brush. And we're gonna use this. Hold on, I can't find my blush, y'all. Now I'm gonna take my blush and just pop the color in my lips. Like that. Now we're gonna go back in. Okay, now we're gonna go back in and we're gonna add some more of this. Like so. Now if you have lip gloss, you can use a little bit of it just right here. This is a lip gloss. After I do that, I'm gonna take my setting powder and like so. Now that I've done that, I'm gonna take my setting spray. Okay, and while that's drying, I'm gonna take my eyebrow pencil and line my lips. Now, I know it looks crazy. Bear with me. I'm going to take my foundation. I'm going to clean up my hair. Now we're going to blend. So if you want more color, you can always add more color in your lips, which I am about to do. Excuse me a second. I'm sorry if I'm losing energy, y'all. I'm sick and my medicine's starting to wear off, so not feeling the best, not gonna lie. Like so. And boom. Now I'm gonna double check anything I want to fix in my makeup real quick, and then I will be back. So like I know for a fact I'm gonna go back in with my setting powder. Well, I'll just time lapse it and y'all can see what I fix on my makeup. But it's really just based off of your liking, but it's really just placement. So if you like the placement of your makeup and how everything looks, then you're good. Like this, I'm not gonna really do nothing that's gonna too much change it or change the routine. Just fixing small details that I want to fix. Hey y'all, so I lied, we're not done. I almost forgot to look this up. No, yes, my makeup palette looks a mess. Is it expired? Yes. Do I care? I don't. I'm not gonna lie, I don't at all. But where did it go? Okay, well, you're gonna use this other. So you're gonna use a small brush. I'm gonna go in. It's your highlighter. I'm using a golden eyeshadow. Do a little bit on your nose here. That. Then I'm gonna do a bit on the line, in the middle of your nose. And I'm gonna do my eyebrow under my eyebrow. Okay, and if you want, you're going to do just a little bit on your cheeks. Okay, now we're gonna blend it. So now that I'm setting powder on my face again, I'm gonna go back in with this. And I should be done by the time this dries. But yeah, I'll be back when this dries and I'll show y'all the finished look. Okay, y'all. Well, hold on. Okay, y'all, so this is the makeup. Normally, I would pat it, kind of get all the extra product off if I need to be somewhere in a rush. But if I'm not in a rush, I normally like doing my makeup an hour before I leave the house, and I have oily skin. So if you have oily skin and your like makeup starts to get oily throughout the day, leave it like this. Don't pat it, don't do nothing, because your makeup is going to kind of like get, I'm not gonna say bleed into your skin, but that's what we're gonna use for now, because I can't think of the word. I'm tired, I'm sick, I'm ready to wash this off and go to bed. My head hurts, but it'll kind of like look more seamless and better throughout the day. But yeah, I mean, that's it. That's the video. I really hope you guys liked watching. Please like and subscribe. And if y'all want a better makeup tutorial when I'm feeling better and I can kind of go more in depth and probably look better, because I'm not gonna lie, when I'm sick, my makeup never looks the best, I'll do it. And watch another video of mine. If you haven't, if you've seen all the videos on my channel, rewatch a video. I don't know, but I hope you guys have a good day. I love y'all. Bye.
High volume.
Am I really that?